What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Steve, and today we are diving headfirst into one of my absolute favorite cities on the planet, Toronto. Seriously, this place is electric. As Canada's largest city, it's got this incredible energy that hits you the moment you arrive. You look up and see the iconic skyline with the CN Tower basically touching the clouds, and you just know you're somewhere special. But it's not just about the tall buildings. Toronto is a world within a city, a vibrant mosaic of cultures where you can hear a dozen different languages just walking down the street. It's a place where every neighborhood has its own unique personality, its own story. This city is a living, breathing example of diversity, and that's what makes it so exciting. From the food to the festivals, every corner offers something new to discover. You can go from exploring a historic market in the morning to chilling on an island in the afternoon and then catching a world-class show at night. And let me tell you, the people here, so incredibly welcoming. It's that famous Canadian kindness, but with a cool urban twist. So get ready because we're about to explore the best of the best. Toronto isn't just Canada's biggest city. It's a melting pot of cultures, flavors, and adventures. If you've been thinking about a trip here, stick around because I'm going to show you 7 incredible experiences you won't want to miss. We're going from heart-pounding heights to delicious depths, so grab your notebook and let's get this adventure started. Alright, kicking things off with a bang. And I mean a literal, my heart is beating out of my chest kind of bang. We're heading to the most iconic structure in the entire country, the CN Tower. But listen, we're not just going up to the observation deck like regular tourists. Oh no, that's not how we roll. We are doing the EdgeWalk. Y'all, this is the world's highest full-circle, hands-free walk on a 5-foot wide ledge encircling the top of the tower's main pod. Let that sink in. Hands, free. You get suited up in this bright red jumpsuit, looking like a superhero about to save the city, which, let's be real, you basically are. You're harnessed in, of course, but that doesn't stop your knees from feeling like jelly as you step out onto that platform, 116 stories above the ground. The wind is whipping around you. The city is sprawling beneath your feet like a giant map, and for a second, you just can't breathe. It's pure, unadulterated adrenaline. It's you, the sky, and the entire city of Toronto at your mercy. The guides are incredible, honestly. They're super reassuring, but also encourage you to push your limits. They have you leaning back over the edge, arms outstretched like you're flying. I'm not gonna lie, my palms were sweating just thinking about it. But that feeling of conquering your fear? Absolutely priceless. You can see everything from up there. The planes landing at the island airport, the boats on Lake Ontario, the Rogers Centre right next door. It's a perspective you just can't get anywhere else. Okay, after conquering the sky, it's time to hit the water. We're trading in those dizzying heights for some serene waves with a Toronto Harbor cruise. Now, you might think a boat tour is a little cliche, a little been there, done that. But I am telling you, seeing Toronto's skyline from Lake Ontario is a game changer. It's like watching a movie of the city unfold right in front of you. I recommend going in the late afternoon so you get the golden hour light hitting the buildings. It makes the glass towers glow, and the CN Tower looks like a golden needle against the blue sky. You get on the boat, find a good spot on the deck, feel that cool lake breeze, and just relax as you pull away from the dock. The noise of the city starts to fade, replaced by the gentle lapping of the water. The cruise takes you around the Toronto Islands, which are a collection of small islands that form a natural barrier for the harbor. This is where you get the money shot. The boat will pause, and you'll have this perfect, unobstructed, panoramic view of the entire downtown skyline. It's the postcard picture you've always seen, but 1,000 times better because you're actually there. The guide on the boat will point out all the landmarks and share some fun facts and history about the city and the islands, so you're not just looking at pretty buildings, you're learning about them too. It's an incredibly peaceful experience. After the high-octane energy of the EdgeWalk, this is the perfect way to slow down and just be in the moment. You're out on the water, the sun is on your face, and you're just watching one of the world's great skylines glide by. Alright, I hope you're hungry, because our next stop is an absolute paradise for anyone who loves food. And I mean, who doesn't love food? We're heading to the historic St. Lawrence Market. National Geographic once named this place the best food market in the world, and let me tell you, they were not exaggerating. This place is a Toronto institution, a bustling, vibrant hub of culinary delights that has been around for over 200 years. The second you walk in, your senses are on high alert. The smell of fresh bread, sizzling bacon, and aged cheese hits you all at once. The sound is a symphony of vendors calling out, people chatting excitedly, and knives chopping on wooden blocks. And the sights? Oh my gosh. Stalls are piled high with colorful produce, gleaming fresh seafood, and every kind of meat, cheese, and baked good you can imagine. It's a feast for the eyes before it's even a feast for your stomach. Now, you could just wander around aimlessly, which is fun in its own right, but I highly recommend doing a proper food tour. This way, you get the inside scoop. So, what should you eat? First up, the non-negotiable, must-try, iconic St. Lawrence Market delicacy, the pea meal bacon sandwich from Carousel Bakery. Pea meal bacon is a Toronto thing. It's lean, non-smoked back bacon that's been cured and rolled in cornmeal. They slice it thick, grill it up, and serve it on a soft, fresh bun. It's simple, it's juicy, it's salty, and it is perfection. Seriously, you haven't been to Toronto until you've had one of these. But don't stop there. The tour will take you to try so many other amazing things. You might sample some incredible Ontario cheeses, maybe a sharp-aged cheddar or a creamy goat cheese. You'll likely try some delicious butter tarts, which are a classic Canadian dessert, a sweet, gooey filling in a flaky pastry shell. And you can't forget the seafood. What I love most about the market is the diversity of the food, which perfectly reflects the diversity of Toronto itself. You can find everything here. There are stalls selling Ukrainian pierogies, Portuguese custard tarts, Italian pasta, and Greek olives. It's a culinary world tour all under one roof. From a historic food market to a market of a completely different kind. Our next stop is the one and only Kensington Market. And let me be clear, this is not your typical market. It's a neighborhood. A vibrant, bohemian, wonderfully weird, and fiercely independent neighborhood that is the beating heart of Toronto's counterculture. There are no big chains here. Every shop is unique. Every restaurant is one of a kind. It's a designated National Historic Site of Canada, and it's a place with a soul. Walking into Kensington is like stepping into another dimension. The streets are narrow and lined with colorful, graffiti-covered Victorian houses that have been converted into eclectic shops, vintage clothing stores, and international eateries. The vibe is laid back, creative, and unapologetically funky. You'll see street performers, artists selling their work on the sidewalk, and people from every walk of life just hanging out and enjoying the atmosphere. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. The best way to experience Kensington is on foot, just wandering and letting your curiosity lead the way. A walking tour is fantastic because a local guide can point out the hidden gems and tell you the stories behind the incredible street art. The murals here are not just decoration. They're a form of expression, a political statement, a piece of the neighborhood's identity. And the shopping! Oh, the shopping! If you love vintage, this is your mecca. There are dozens of stores packed to the rafters with clothing from every decade. You can find anything from 70s rock tees to 50s prom dresses. It's a treasure hunt, and you never know what you'll uncover. Of course, we have to talk about the food. Just like the rest of the neighborhood, the food scene in Kensington is diverse and delicious. You can grab a Jamaican patty, a couple of tacos from a tiny storefront, a vegan soft-serve ice cream, or a fresh pressed juice. One of the coolest things about Kensington is the community spirit. The locals are fiercely protective of the neighborhood's character. They've successfully fought off attempts by big corporations to move in, preserving the area's independent spirit. On the last Sunday of the month from May to October, the streets are closed to traffic for pedestrian Sundays. This is when the market truly comes alive. The streets fill with vendors, musicians, dancers, and performers. It becomes a massive street party, a celebration of everything that makes Kensington special. All right, sports fans, this one is for you. And even if you're not a die-hard hockey fanatic, I promise you'll still have a blast. We are heading downtown to a place that is practically a holy site in Canada, the Hockey Hall of Fame. Hockey isn't just a sport here, it's a religion. It's woven into the cultural fabric of the country, and this is its cathedral. Located in a stunning historic bank building, it's a beautiful tribute to Canada's favorite pastime. From the moment you walk in, you are surrounded by greatness. The hall is packed with memorabilia that will make any hockey fan's heart skip a beat. We're talking about game-worn jerseys from legends like Wayne Gretzky and Sidney Crosby, goalie masks from every era, and the original Stanley Cup bowl from 1892. It's a massive collection of artifacts that traces the history of the sport from its humble beginnings to the global phenomenon it is today. One of the most breathtaking parts of the hall is the Esso Great Hall. This is where the legends are immortalized. It's a majestic room with a stunning stained glass dome, and it houses all of the major NHL trophies, including the Hart, the Vezina, and of course the Stanley Cup itself. And here's the best part. You can get your picture taken with the Stanley Cup. You can get right up close to it, touch it, and pose with the most famous trophy in sports. It's an iconic moment. But this place isn't just a museum where you look at things behind glass. Oh no, it's super interactive. This is where it gets really fun, especially for kids, or kids at heart like me. You can go to the NHLPA game time zone and test your own skills. You can take shots against a life-sized animated goalie trying to score on a virtual Carey Price. You can also try your hand at being a goalie and face shots from video versions of superstars like Alex Ovechkin. There are also broadcast pods where you can try your hand at calling a famous hockey play. The hall does an amazing job of celebrating the entire world of hockey. It's not just about the NHL. There are extensive exhibits on international hockey, celebrating the Olympics and the World Championships. There are also tributes to the women's game, honoring the trailblazers and superstars who have grown the sport. Even the building itself is a piece of history. The Great Hall is located in a former Bank of Montreal building from 1885, and the architecture is just stunning. The blend of the old ornate bank hall with the modern displays of hockey history is perfectly executed. Whether you're a lifelong fan who can name every player on the 1972 Summit Series team, or you barely know what icing is, the Hockey Hall of Fame is a fantastic experience. It's engaging, it's interactive, and it gives you a deep appreciation for a sport that means so much to this country. Okay, we've explored the city from top to bottom, but now it's time to take a little trip outside the city limits for something truly epic. We are going on a day trip to one of the natural wonders of the world, Niagara Falls. Yes, the Niagara Falls. And the best part is, it's only about a 90-minute drive from Toronto, making it the perfect, easy-to-plan excursion. The moment you start to get close, you can feel it. There's a mist in the air, and you can hear a distant, constant roar. It's the sound of 3,160 tons of water per second thundering over the edge. And then you see it. It doesn't matter how many pictures or videos you've seen, nothing prepares you for the sheer power and scale of the falls in person. It is breathtaking, jaw-dropping. All the cliches are true. It's just raw, natural power on a scale that's hard to comprehend. There are 3 falls that make up Niagara Falls: the American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and the massive, iconic Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side. The view from the Canadian side is widely considered the best, as you get a full, panoramic view of all 3. You can walk along the railing, getting sprayed by the mist, and just stare in awe. But you don't have to just look from a distance. The best way to experience the falls is to get right up in its face. And for that, you have to take the Hornblower Cruise, or Voyage to the Falls as it's called. You put on a stylish plastic poncho, trust me, you'll need it, and board a boat that takes you right into the misty, churning basin of the Horseshoe Falls. The roar becomes deafening. The spray soaks you, and you are completely surrounded by this massive wall of water. It is an exhilarating, unforgettable experience. After you've dried off a bit, there are other ways to get a different perspective. You can do the journey behind the falls, where you take an elevator down through the rock and walk through tunnels that lead to observation decks right at the base of the falls. The town of Niagara Falls itself, especially the Clifton Hill area, is a whole other experience. It's like a mini Las Vegas or a giant carnival with wax museums, haunted houses, arcades, and all sorts of colorful attractions. It's super touristy and a bit cheesy, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. You can ride the Niagara Skywheel for another great view of the falls, play some mini golf, and just embrace the kitsch. If the carnival vibe isn't your thing, the surrounding Niagara region is also famous for its wineries. It's one of Canada's most important wine regions, especially known for its ice wine. You can easily add a winery tour to your day trip, stopping to sample some award-winning wines in a beautiful, serene setting. For our final experience, we're heading back into the heart of the city for a dose of culture, history, and mind-blowing artifacts. We are going to the Royal Ontario Museum, or as the locals call it, the ROM. You can't miss this place. It's the building with the giant futuristic crystal structure exploding out of the side of a beautiful old historic building. The architecture alone is a reason to visit. It's a perfect metaphor for what's inside, a blend of the ancient and the modern. The ROM is Canada's largest museum, and its collection is staggering. We're talking over 13 million objects in its art, culture, and nature collections. You can literally travel the world and journey through time all under one roof. One minute you're standing at the feet of a massive Barosaurus skeleton in the dinosaur gallery, and the next you're face to face with an Egyptian mummy. The dinosaur collection is truly world-class, and a must-see for everyone, not just kids. The skeletons are enormous, and the way they are displayed makes you feel like you've stepped back into the Jurassic period. But the ROM is so much more than just dinosaurs. The world culture galleries are fascinating. You can explore the history of ancient Rome and Greece, marvel at the intricate art from China's Forbidden City, and discover the rich heritage of Canada's First Peoples. Another one of my favorite sections is the Tech Suite of Galleries, which is all about gems, minerals, and meteorites. It's like walking into a giant treasure chest. The room is dark, and the cases are lit up to show off thousands of sparkling, colorful specimens from all over the world and beyond. The museum also hosts incredible temporary exhibitions, so there's always something new to see. In the past, they've had everything from exhibits on Vikings and spiders to showcases of high fashion and wildlife photography. You could easily spend a full day exploring the ROM and still not see everything. My advice is to grab a map, pick a few galleries that really interest you, and focus on those. Don't try to rush through everything. Take your time, read the descriptions, watch the videos, and really immerse yourself in the stories the objects are telling. It's a place to let your imagination run wild and to learn something new about the world and your place in it. The Royal Ontario Museum is the perfect final stop on our Toronto tour. It's a place that encapsulates the city's spirit of discovery, its connection to the global community, and its appreciation for history and innovation. It's an experience that will enrich your mind and leave you with a sense of wonder. And that's a wrap on 7 incredible experiences you absolutely cannot miss in Toronto. From touching the sky on the EdgeWalk to feeling the thunder of Niagara Falls, this city and its surroundings offer an adventure for every type of traveler. We've eaten our way through historic markets, explored bohemian neighborhoods, and dove deep into history, sports, and culture. Toronto truly is a world-class city with a vibe that is all its own. Welcoming, diverse, and constantly exciting. I hope this gave you a real taste of what makes the Six so special. This list is really just the beginning, though. The real magic of Toronto is found in wandering its many neighborhoods, talking to the locals, and discovering your own hidden gems. Each visit here reveals something new, another layer to this amazing city. So whether you're planning your first trip or your 10th, I hope you're feeling inspired to get out there and explore everything Toronto has to offer. It's a city that will welcome you with open arms and leave you with memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and exploring my favorite spots in this awesome city. What are your can't-miss Toronto experiences? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new places to check out. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Peace out.